何度もいい加減おとなしく切られやがれ
Hey everybody, Bam Collectibles here, back for another statue unboxing review for you. Which looks amazing on here. I always thought in the show his Susanoo really reflected his personality and where he was at in the moments where we got to see it in the show. During that point in the show, Sasuke was consumed with rage and wanting to find Danzo, to the point where he even went toe-to-toe with the Raikage, and not a smart idea, but he did make the Raikage, I guess, lose his hand, which is one thing. But overall, he was just consumed, and I feel like it reflected in the form of his Susanoo. There is one more piece of flames that has to be installed after you put on the partially formed skull. You can see just how massive this hand is compared to my own hand and forearm. As if the partially forming skull wasn't creepy enough, they added this hand, which looks kind of humanoid towards the bottom, and as we go higher, it looks skeletal. I was really amazed that they were able to sculpt this all as one piece for how massive it is. I love how all the paint shading goes together with a nice blend of that clear, dark pink, and dark purple. I always loved how the fingers almost had a robotic look to the joints. So incredible, and definitely one of my favorite parts of the statue. Alright, let's check out Sasuke's sculpt and check out all these glorious details. First off, they sculpted both arms separately. We will get to them immediately after. Not many statues have ever done this with Sasuke, but I love how they have the blood dripping down from his eye from the use of the Amaterasu flames and just overusing his Sharingan altogether. Flip Studios duo side by side. When seeing these two next to each other, I always love the contrast of the dark purples and pinks and the yellows and oranges for Naruto. Again, the coolest thing about these statues is how balanced they are. If we look at Sasuke's, we had that partially formed Susanoo, and it doesn't take away from Sasuke or the character, it just enhances him. And if we go over to Naruto, we have Kurama, who is partially formed, kind of in a chakra mode itself. And I just love how balanced these two look. You can still appreciate the character and appreciate the abilities they have. Naruto has a small LED light in his Rasengan. Now, unfortunately, Sasuke has nothing, so I had the idea to grab my wife's phone real quick, and I wanted to stick it behind Sasuke to see how it might have looked if they did include one. Man, what a missed opportunity. How cool it would have been to have this on the statue. As I've teased and shared in my community posts, I do have another Sasuke that's going to be shipping in the near future that's going to have more of a fully formed skeletal version of his Susanoo. So what do you think? Does he look menacing enough? Could they have done something more to make him look more evil? To all the members, thank you so much for the endless support you show to the channel. You all rock. You are awesome. If anyone ever has any questions about memberships, comment down below. I will answer anything, anytime. That is all I have for today. As I said in the beginning, this is one of many Sasuke statue reviews that we will be doing this year. Look forward to many more. I can already think of 3 that I'm greatly looking forward to. One is probably going to be the cornerstone holy grail of my collection one day. Anywho, as always, everybody, do what you love and love what you do. Bam out.